Sean, everyone. And have you seen the last video? Toon's best 23-man squad, which we'll probably need to be 33 players.
Yeah.
We'll probably do the same again, yeah. But a squad of players who was the best for Newcastle, who you would have took to like the World Cup since the international breaks on. So this one is the worst players that you would not want to take to the World Cup. So Newcastle's very well known for its flops. This should be easy. This should be, well, hard actually, because there's that much fucking choice. Easy in either players, hard to pick the 23 or around there. Pooley, I'll let you start off with keepers. I haven't even thought of these. Like, I wrote up a list for the best ones, but I haven't. To be fair, right, keepers is probably the best department Newcastle's been blessed with over the years. We touched on Harvard being unreal as a number 2. Krul, really... Given, Hislop, even now Dubravka. Like,
I can't really think of many like stinkers, like calamity keepers. Like
that Jack Annick was shit.
I can think of it with 3 or 4.
So,
keepers.
Jack Annick would be mine probably.
Jack Annick got to be up there.
Can't remember fucking playing.
Exactly. That's how good he was. Jack Annick.
Keeper top you always fucking shit.
Lionel Perez.
He was like a fucking 90s thing, wasn't he?
98, 99 Lionel Perez.
I remember his name. Like,
awful goalkeeper.
I owes his fella, is it?
Fucking could be.
Probably makes sense.
But for me, the one that's sort of most recent is Matt Sells.
Yes, that's good. I didn't even think of him. Which was he that really, calamities in the
couple of.
He played the opening 4 or 5 games in the Championship. He was extra shit. Yeah. Never got a look in again.
He was that good. Rob Elliott took his place, and Rob Elliott's not a world beater. I quite like Rob Elliott. Rob Elliott likes a fucking drink in the buffs in Ashton though.
Does he?
Well, I made the last 2 New Year's days. He's been there.
As if when you're a multi-millionaire, you're spending New Year's Day in Ashton.
In the
you could literally be in Vegas.
You could buy the buffs if you wanted. You know.
Ghana, Ashton.
It's because the Harmies and that, wasn't it?
I loved it.
But Matt Sells would be mine. Like anyone else?
It will probably be like a dodgy one through the late 90s.
Yeah.
A dodgy European one that got
it has been hard to.
But now I would probably go with that Jack Annick, and he was. Well, was he that young when he got in the team? Was he low 20s, mid 20s? He just looked like
he was on the books for a long time.
Just looked like they picked him up the stands. They just looked like they went. There was Nicky was on the bench, and fucking Jack was sitting in the stands. Like, oh, Jack, you fancy?
I'll have a gun.
Fancy game? Like, nah, really bad.
Yeah.
Matt Sells is a good one though because paid money for him. He was an international, and he was really bad.
Dog shit. And then considering we sold him for what 3.5 million, which essentially has paid for Dubravka, and to see that they're both valued at the same amount of money and the quality difference. I'm not saying Dubravka's a fucking world beater. But the quality difference between the two for the same amount of money or thereabouts.
Did he get an Anderlecht?
Went back to Anderlecht?
Went back to Anderlecht, I think. Aye.
Fucking hell.
Well, we'll move on from keepers then. Defence. I'm going to start it off with boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say boom song. Boom song. 8 million, which wasn't cheap back then, especially for a defender.
It was quite a lot, to be fair.
It was seen as like a bit of a standout sign of that. He was classed in the Scottish League, but who isn't?
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And he was so painful to watch.
Yeah.
He was you just shit yourself, and he went anytime the ball went anywhere near him, you were just like, no, please don't, Shane Allen. And he was just woeful. Can't stand the blood.
Like we picked up in like the previous video about like the best players that we had, like when we were talking about Shea Given, like Shea Given wasn't blessed with the best centre backs or defence in general, like the whole back four, but particularly in that era, like it was fucking
the Graham Souness
like boom song at the back, like he was a good player, like he was very highly rated, like it was a great signing on paper, but fuck me, like,
it was on paper, but no.
Players don't play on paper.
No. Scottish League doesn't count.
Dog shit.
Georgia Samras.
But Samras was a fucking legend up in Celtic.
Scottish League, man.
So was everyone.
He came Man City and he's fucking awful.
Yeah.
Well, he was at Man City first, was he not?
Man City first time.
Right. Okay.
I don't know if they played together or not. I don't know if they were a centre back partnership, and if they were, what what we were thinking.
I think the way you're going to say
I
anything.
know you're going to say.
The fucking worst centre back I think that's ever graced the Premier League, and he didn't even play for one team. He played for like fucking 3 or 4, like
5 or 6.
Who's signing this guy?
Yeah.
Like, what have you seen in previous?
Unreal agent.
What have you seen in previous games to think? Oh yeah, I really want to sign Titus Bramble.
Ben Chilwell's coming on for England, by the way. That's happening.
I quite like him, mate.
Yeah, he's alright.
He's need Titus Bramble, like.
I tell him the two.
I'll have Aaron Cresswell.
I rather pulled him it. I didn't just say that, did I?
No, I hope not.
Titus
Bramble.
non-Bramble.
What an absolute donkey that cunt was.
The thing with Titus, though, like, when he had a good game, he looked fucking quality.
Well, that's
And
why I
Bobby
got
Robson signed him because of what he's seen at Ipswich. And at
Yeah.
Ipswich, he looked like he was going to be the fucking. Bobby Robson signed him saying he's going to be a future England centre back one day. I think he scored shitloads of goals in like the season before.
What
he
an
was
awful,
so good at like on the bar and getting forward and stuff like that.
ugly bastard now,
What?
wasn't
He could ping a
He just looks dope. He
just-
like, he looks stoned.
Do you know if you went up
fucking
against
walking
him
on
as
the
a
pitch,
striker,
like,
you think,
boom.
aye. Because he just looks, so
You know,
clumsy.
when the Toon released him, I actually felt really fucking sorry for him because there was a clip of him shown on Sky Sports News. The Toon had released him but said, look, you're welcome to train with her and stay fit with her until you find a new club. And there was a clip of him on a bike in the fitness room. The Sky Sports cameras are panning in on him. He's just on the fucking bike and he looked miserable as fuck. I actually felt sorry for the guy.
He's probably thinking this is my career done. No one's going to sign me again.
Yeah,
he
he went
said he
Sunderland.
scored. Aye. Got sent off against us, didn't he?
Aye.
Well done, Sunderland. Good pick up there, guys.
Good bit of business, that,
Agent
isn't it?
Titus.
Agent Titus undercover.
Aye. Right, you'd go.
One that stands out for me is Claudio Casapa.
Oh,
He was a Leon captain.
he was unreal.
French international.
He came with quite a decent name on him, and
Aye,
yeah.
Well, it's because he was too late in his career. He came to us, but he was unreal for like. I used to sign him on like FIFA and that. He was fucking mint. Aye, French in the French team.
French international Leon captain. Could because he wasn't the biggest lad in the world.
I was kind of small,
but he could fucking heat a ball,
Yeah.
and he came to
He had
us.
a big bonson.
He was a fucking heat the ball.
He was quite cheap, and I want to say 5 or 6 mil, and I thought, fucking what a signing that is.
Probably fucking free.
And then
Especially Leon at the time, what unbelievable!
Oh, they won the league every year.
Won the league like
won the league
5
like
years in a row or something, yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8 years in a row, man. But shows the quality of the French league and all.
Right, it's like
Similar to the fucking Scotch league.
who we got next?
I'd like to chuck in Marcelino.
Marcelino is without a doubt. He should have been on there
he was a
actually.
personal.
Aye, super fucking soft cock that like. When he,
Yeah,
you just look at him and Arlo, he looks like a fucking cartoon.
he does that.
Like that awful moustache and that, the hair and that. It's just like
curly
oh.
bonds look like him.
Came with expectation, and he's just.
Oh, there's another one. Awful hair. Alessandro Pistoni.
Oh, aye.
He was
Pistoni.
dog shit and all.
Tony.
And then he went to Everton as well.
I would Everton
Fuck
really
knows.
bad at the awful
Fuck
kids.
knows why Everton signed him though. Alessandro Pistoni.
You got that Marcelino. I remember being on holiday when I was a kid, like around that time. Like my dad, I don't know where we were. I think it was where he was from.
Benidorm.
It was at Benidorm.
Tenerife.
We're in we're in some fucking Spanish island wherever he was supposedly from. And my dad was walking around with a tune top on, and some guy from the market pops up and he's like, "Oh, Newcastle, you know Marcelino? He's my friend. He's a very good player, yeah." And my dad went, "No, he's shite."
Typical Dave.
And he fucking like, it's not like he was lying either. Or he was fucking dog shite.
He was.
He was dreadful.
He was really, really bad.
Absolutely
Really,
dreadful.
really bad. How many defenders we had there?
How about Zurab Kiznishvili?
Kisnishvili.
I'm looking at that name going, I can't even remember him playing.
Oh, I can't.
He's in the championship. I know his first time.
First time we
First
got
time in the
relegated,
championship.
2010. I remember when we signed him because we'll come to this when we'll come to strikers surely. But
I know you're kind of tired.
Kisnishvili, man. He's just one of them players where you look at when he was at Blackburn, you just think, why?
I know. So when he signed for the two, I was thinking,
Why and how and what is he doing? And that was us under Ashley and the likes of fucking like Kinnear and that one. It was just like, what the fuck is going on there? I remember being at school. I was in sixth form where like had the old BBC Sport instead of doing my work in ICT, and I was checking deadline in and I was like, Newcastle signed defender. I was like, alright, cushy. Pop it up, fucking Kishisnisvili. What?
We're definitely getting back relegations, yeah.
Fuck this, I'm not supporting Newcastle anymore. Like, I can't be handling this. We're in the Championship, we're signing fucking Kishisnisvili.
Can't even say his fucking name.
Fucking hell, man. Kishisnisvili.
Oh, there's another defender who's awful as well. Lauren Charvet.
He was fucking awful.
Dreadful. He was 22 and looked 58.
Was he 22?
It wasn't that at the two.
He looked fucking 58.
He was 27, 28 when he came to two, and I think might even been older. But even like from his younger shots, he had fucking Bobby Charlton hair. He was a dreadful fullback.
Well, that was nice and easy for the defence. Let's move on to the midfield now. I'll start. I mean, you've got a list there. I'm trying. Might think of one out my own. Bon Jovi. Oh,
I see quite a few awful players on.
He didn't even play, did he? I don't think someone else that was not on there probably. Midfielders.
I'm gonna shoot straight off with that one.
I can't on that. You go without trying to think of someone outside the box.
Andy Faye. Andy Faye.
What did he ever bring to the table, man? What are you meant to do?
There's like a lump in the middle of it.
Are you like tackling? Are you passing? Are you going to chip him with goals?
He's robbed a fucking living.
You're doing nothing. Like you're going on like you're fucking Yaya Toure. Andy Faye.
He's just like a big stocky guy, wasn't he? Like he just looked like he was like a fucking giant fucking Kante. Like just like a weird shape, just massive square bonds. Like just fucking awful.
Didn't we go on to sign fucking Abdoulaye Faye?
Where's your
well?
Safari on there?
Because
Abdoulaye was alright. Abdoulaye wasn't as bad.
Too bad.
But was Amity part of that, like a Portsmouth? Where was I going from?
Absolutely dreadful. Did absolutely nothing for the club. Along with quite other few names in that sort of era who just took all the money and didn't ever do anything, didn't perform or anything. Fucking Dumas on there as well, Jesus Christ.
Keggy, you can name another one if you want before.
I'll go.
How many fives on there?
I'll go with a player that I quite like the look of signing him, and that was Gabriel Obertan.
I knew you were going to say that, lanky prick.
I've got mine there, like.
Like I'd seen him a little bit for Man United. Like I've seen like a couple like reserve games and stuff, and like he looked unbelievable. I remember when Man United signed him. I watched clips of him. I think they signed him like Bordeaux or something. I watched highlights of him, and he looked outstanding. So quick, skillful on the ball, like up and down
it seemed like a good signing, didn't it? Like in a way, like
he didn't really get much of a go at Man United because he was still quite young at the time. But I was thinking that's a great signing. That's like you'll do well.
He's
for
not
a team
quite
like
good enough for Man U, but he'll do a job for two.
But my God, he was gosh.
He was really
bad.
Again, it falls at Andy Faye. What are you doing? You're on the wing. You're not even fast. You're on the wing. You're not even good at passing. You're on the wing. You're not even shooting them with goals.
I think he had pace over time. That's all he brought to the table. But on the ball, doing something.
Isn't he good when you run into line? We're in the wing, and all you're doing is getting through-ins.
Well, the thing for me with Obertan was he was meant to be a right winger, and every time he picked the ball up, he went infield. He didn't run out to the wings to get a ball in or knock it back to the right fullback. He always seemed to run diagonally straight in the middle of the pitch.
I know.
Lose his tits and go, what the fuck?
I remember when
and then turn around and lose
the
fucking
ball. Alien head fucking pointing out there.
He was I remember he scored one decent goals against Leicester. And that one time it worked from cutting in, and he was like, it was with 25 yards.
He pinged it in the top two.
It was like 1-0. It was like, that's the one only good
thing. That was the quality, like, I thought he was going to bring, like even when Man United signed him, I thought that was the kind of guy like he was going to be.
That's why you should never, ever, ever trust YouTube.
Mine is, quick look there, Jeremy.
See.
Signed.
I didn't hate Jeremy.
Oh, I fucking hate him. Old as fuck.
He played right back,
slow.
He was a centre back at Chelsea.
He makes it here on the list, like, joke figure, part of the team that went down in 2009.
He got relegated with him.
Last touch was missing from 2 yards at Scunthorpe. When a first team player screaming, get off. He was just a lazy bastard that was there for a payday. He was minting at fucking Chelsea and that, but he fell in the category of why Newcastle went down on that thingy because we had the likes of Jeremy and Mark and that who just couldn't give a fuck. Past any sort of skill level at all.
You could ping a free kick though.
Not for us, he didn't like.
No, you know what? I've just thought of one for the not for the best 11, best 23 that we've just done on the previous one. but one of the most underrated Newcastle players I've just thought of when you mentioned Viduka there was Peter Lovenkrands.
I love that.
Absolute great player, and he never got the sort of the recognition that he deserved.
I really rated Lovenkrands. And he still loves Tony Howe's tweets about everything. I fucking loves them.
Well, because he married a Glaswegian lass from when he was at Rangers, didn't he? And obviously, you know, we're kind of cut from the same sort of cloth as them fuckers, unfortunately.
Questionable.
But they all loved the northeast way of life.
Piss heads.
Fuck.
But yeah, exactly. It's the same as us. Like the glad we had the Farm Camp in that kind of area, like Denmark, Norway, and that. They love the fucking drink. They love getting on and all that. What are we on now? How many midfielders? We named a few there.
That fucker was stinking.
Who's that?
Remy Cabella.
Oh, that's a great one. Because again,
So
price
much
tag,
potential.
expectations, so bad.
He's dog shit.
Let's just name the other one who's going to fall on the same thing. Altova.
Yeah, they were pretty much the same fucking player.
Expected to be like the next pen off the next.
But then you look
they
at
got
what
rid of
Tillman's
Cabella.
doing now. It's fucking depressing.
And Kabia didn't. Where is he kicked on? No, not really.
No.
Because he was fucking unbelievable. He was linked with Arsenal, Chelsea, everyone, and he was fucking
he
outstanding.
looks good. He was another one that looked.
I think, honestly, right, I didn't have that in there because for me, I think Kabia and Tovan weren't given enough of a chance. They weren't played in the right position.
Cabella need to be played behind a 2.
If you played Cabella in the 10 and you started Tovan week in, week out in his preferred position on the wing, he could have came good. You think he was playing the struggling side under fucking Steve McLaren. We were absolute fucking shit. You can't. I honestly, right? I just think there's been worse. I think, and they've shown it. They were good and came good.
Yeah, they didn't really get much of a chance. I will agree with that. But like, they just.
Me and Harvey went to see
when they did have a chance.
See the 2 against Northampton. And Tovan fucking looked and that was Northampton. But he looked.
That was his debut, wasn't it?
Because he was like, he was still confident. He was, you say there's Northampton, but he probably came on confident. Everyone's behind him.
It took his tux.
It took 2 or 3 games. And everyone was against him.
Turned up in a tux. Even 4 weeks into the season, when they fucking lost 3 games in a row, like, I'll still wear my tux.
No, I mean, because you look at players who stayed, like we mentioned, Colaccini, that and the best. He was shite when he first came, but he was given a chance and a time, so
turned it round.
It's a bit harsh, that one, but you can argue it. I mean, the likes of Ignacio Gonzalez and then Stephen Ireland on there and all.
Stephen Ireland,
Stephen Ireland.
He was a total toss at Stephen Ireland. Had all the potential in the world, but I remember we signed him on loan. I can't remember who I was with. I might have been with Taylor in the time.
That'd be Stephen.
And I walked past Stephen Ireland, and I was probably 20, 21 at the time, maybe, so it didn't really bother me. But no, look, there's Stephen Ireland. But there was young Newcastle fans going up to Stephen Ireland, and he was literally palming them in the face in Elton Square.
Really?
People, like young kids with their mums, their dads, their grandmas, their granddads going up, oh, like Stephen Ireland can have a foot, and he's literally gone boom in their faces, and I just thought.
See, we're laughing, but that is disgusting behaviour. Like,
it's kind of funny, but it's fucking disgusting.
Fucking alopecia bastard.
I know.
You know what I mean? awful human being. So I get him on the list.
Get him on the list.
Get him on.
You should be on more than that list.
Probably is. I don't even. You haven't heard from him. That couldn't be yes, to be fair.
He does look like he likes children.
He does. That's why he's popping them in the face now. Touchy.
Ignacio Gonzalez.
It's in the bank.
Well, I think we've listed off a few.
Ignacio Gonzalez playing. But like,
did he even play?
He was only signed because some can see him on YouTube, and like that was like the downfall of
Keegan. We'll get on to the probably. He will definitely be straight like this now.
Keegan left thinking, why the fuck have we signed this Ignacio Gonzalez? And he couldn't tell us who he is.
He has a quote from the Chronicle. Ignacio Gonzalez, one of the straws that broke the camel's back when Keegan left the Toon for the second time in 2008. Nicknamed Nacho, he had about as much crunch as a wet quaver and left following an injury. Joe Kinnear thought he'd sent him to Sampdoria on loan before realising it was Zamblera who made the journey.
Fabulous Zamblera.
Jesus Christ. Kinnear. But it doesn't say there if he played or not. I don't even know if he did.
That era was a fucking shambles, like honest. Like signing players on YouTube that the manager didn't approve
Kevin
of.
Keegan trying to sign like Modric and that. No, he has Ignacio Gonzalez.
Joe Kinnear trying to send someone on loan, not realising he sent the wrong player. Like,
Joe Kinnear as well when he was watching games during the week to try and find players Newcastle signed. He was watching Birmingham v. I can't remember who it was. He was watching Birmingham and he was like, oh, this young left back's Harry, like this young Irish left back looks Harry. He's bombing down the wing, got an assist on the night. So should look at signing him. He's called Shane Ferguson.
Yes.
Like, Joe, he's on loan from us.
I remember hearing that.
He's like, oh, next one. He's good. He's good. Man of the match. Play him next year.
Oh, fucking hell.
You go on a scout mission and you recommend a player that's on loan from the club. Are you fucking for real?
Yeah, your research, have you, Sunshine? You didn't know your account.
Who's that Shane Ferguson? He's only been here 2 weeks. He's on loan, Joe.
Oh, Mike, stick a bit in for that Shane, aye? Michael probably wouldn't.
Probably rang the Birmingham one and gone, how much you want for that Shane Ferguson? I gave you fucking 40 fucking stationery writers and 300 pairs of fucking sports directing books.
Joey's your player. And I will still give you all that stuff.
That would be funny if they did contact Birmingham. Like, how much Newcastle United here? How much for Shane Ferguson would fancy buying him? They'll probably think, yeah, good one.
Yeah, he was got me number.
Write up a dodgy contract and he signs it anyway.
Right. Fuck's sake.
No, he was actually a half decent player.
He was. That left foot on him, unreal. Don't even know where he's at nowadays. Like,
nah, see him.
He was not in Millwall last time last year, I think.
He was at Millwall, I don't think he's anymore.
Fuck knows.
Ooh, there's a one.
What?
Right full back, Peter Ramage.
Ramage was on my list. Ramage was on my list. Mate. Peter Ramage, fucking hell. Played in the UEFA Cup and everything, the beautiful third away strip.
He used
the
to
blue one with the black in the middle.
And
he's just so shit. He robbed the living hell since he left us. He was at QPR and that one, and he just...
Yeah, he got a last from the Villas up the Duff.
Yes, in Ashton.
Nah,
okay, now.
I don't know what her name is, but
that's as rough as tit.
Donny Ramage.
There'll be people fucking in Ashton who she is. So.
Drop us the fucking time.
Let's find that.
Get on Snapchat me.
What an ugly kid that would be.
Nah.
Peter Ramage. Whoa.
Peter bloody Ramage.
He has another midfielder.
He has another one, good one now. Oh no, what was it?
Double trouble.
Because there used to be There used to be this last, right? Now, like, the same time when I was telling you about Damien Duff nicking me Sharpie in the last video. And there used to be this proper ugly as... Actually, I shouldn't probably say this Kish watching the video.
Say it anyway, lad.
I'm not going to describe her. I'm not going to describe her because I feel really bad if you're a fan. I really appreciate it.
Please like, subscribe.
But not a pretty girl. Used to go to the training ground. And she used to always win. She used to always have the name on the back of the top. I don't even know what his proud name was. Was it Paul Huntington?
Paul Huntington.
Remember him?
She had. I quite liked him.
She had his.
You leaves, didn't
she had. Oh, I mean, I'll explain what she looks like now because she was such a nah. Anyone else would have had Huntington's name on the back.
We've given the story away, yeah.
But she had Huntington, and I'm sure she used to fucking love like bang average defenders because I'm sure she had Huntington on one top and Edgar on the other.
Fucking hell.
I was thinking, are you being like given these shirts, like, or are they
want them in a prize raffle?
Are they actually like worn? Like you've waited and they've been like, he has me training top. Like, because there's no way you would surely pay like 60 quid to get fucking Edgar 33 on the back of your fucking tune top.
1-0 England full time.
England 1-0. Really promising, interesting performance there.
That's a good one, Paul Huntington.
Paul Huntington, no.
He was alright though.
That's just that era of UEFA Cup where like they had loads of mad players like Sibierski and that. And I was a pretty fan of Sibierski. You know, he did well.
I remember Antoine Sibierski saying when he signed for the Toon, it was like
this year's run.
It was like the last minute of the transfer window, and made me cousin Mark.
There's a bit of a panic buy on it. Like they really wanted him.
Newcastle have signed a striker. And it was like when Man
20 million.
Man City were like just starting to get all that money, so they're getting rid of some players. And not that I would have been buzzing for like Darius Vassell now, but he was thinking Vassell probably did a job.
I used to rate Vassell.
And then it came up Antoine Sibierski. And made me cousin Mom like, what the fuck? Antoine Sibierski. But actually,
he was alright.
I quite liked him.
I remember
he did the business.
As a young we used to always sit in the level 7 for the games, especially the European ties. And I don't think it was Palermo, but he definitely scored a header against one of those teams. He just one of them ones where he filled you with confidence because he was good at what he did.
Tell you what, if Sibieski was in
he
the
would
current tune
graft as
side,
well,
if he was in the current tune side, it'd be a fucking hell of a lot better.
He's better than fucking Rondon.
He's that type of player, but he's done it mainly.
Anders Anderson.
Oh, we're going on the strikers now.
Andreas Anderson.
We're going on the strikers now.
Well, he just played out. He played wherever you got a fucking game, didn't he?
He was
like, you know, when you played Sunday League.
Right back.
You played Sunday League and you always had that player who was horse shit. So you always used to play a left back. Might not be left footed, but he'd be the worst player on the pitch. That's Andreas Anderson.
You're out of touch with this iPhone cracker.
How'd you work this shit, man? How'd you work it, man? I wanted to work it, but I just couldn't do it.
You fucking Samsung wanker.
What about John Dahl Thomason?
That was really bad.
Awful. And then he went and had a decent career at AC Milan.
Yeah, he's had a pretty decent career. You can't really fault him post Newcastle.
Is that not under, again, falling under the management? It was Dalglish was at that time and not really given a chance in that, like, again in the tune shape, really bad, but
That fucker.
that he's got
Them bottom two, actually.
That was going to be
Who's worse?
Cisco.
Who?
That was me.
Do you reckon?
Cisco for me.
Yeah.
Another YouTube
Cisco
buy,
was
another
fucking-
straw in the camel's back of Keegan.
He was
Why? No one even knew who he was.
Well, he came with quite a good rep, didn't he? Where he come from, like
Deportivo?
Malaga or something like that?
Yep, Deportivo.
He came with quite a good rep. No one really knew who he was, so I thought, right, he'll do a job, get a few goals. But
But no, like 6 and a bit million, he made a few.
Real
scored his debut. I remember him scoring his debut, and that was about as good as it got.
Yeah.
I think it was kind of like a Hoslu against Liverpool where they took deflection, but he definitely scored his debut, and then it was just really all downhill from there.
Absolutely dreadful.
But no, Cisco was just, and like you say, it's that really bad era. And then obviously when we went down, he's still stealing the boots for years now, didn't he?
He
He
did.
was still here for years, and it's just so bad.
One above him.
9 caps and 1 goal, like fucking.
Manuel Riviere.
For me, he
Jeez.
epitomises this Mike Ashley era.
He does.
There's loads
Like,
of really bad strikers.
He played a fair few games. It's not like he didn't really get a chance. Like guys like Cisco and things like that didn't play a lot. But he played a fair amount. I think did he get like 1 goal in like 29 games?
Something like that.
Who's that?
Riviere.
Riviere, he had a
If he
chance.
got 1 goal, did
And
he
again,
score?
he was playing up front with Falcao, and Monaco fans rated him better than Falcao.
Yeah.
Monaco fans loved Riviere. They said he was unreal.
But having said that, on the whole sort of him and Falcao comparison, Falcao also came to the Premier League and did absolutely jack shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, and we know how sort of
It does show, like,
well thought of Falcao is in world
it
football.
does show, like, what the Premier League's like. Like, I mean, we're hammering players, yeah, but
There's
it
Mike
is,
Ashley on the telly.
it is a totally different ball game. Like, Stefan Gouvache,
Oh, Guivache.
fucking hell, man.
France 98.
Aye,
Fucking dreadful.
4 appearances.
Dreadful.
so bad.
Michael Bridges.
Michael Bridges.
See, I liked him though.
Yeah, he had 9 caps.
Not for the
apparently.
tune.
9 goals.
Not for the tune,
He went to the
shit.
Magnums now, didn't he?
He was a Magpie. Wait, no, he was a Newcastle fan, played for the Mountains and came to the Toon, apparently. But he was shite for the Toon. But another one of those that was class.
And Leeds.
At Leeds United.
Aye. Michael Bridges was unreal at Leeds, actually.
The next guy
Injuries-
with the
injuries again.
celebration we used to do on Bubbles and violent hot dog on him.
Chef
fucking
Kikuchi!
Thursday hot dog. Fucking diamond. That's fucking bah!
That celebration was fucking mental. That celebration was
Chef
fucking
Kikuchi.
mental.
Class. I used to clear the dance floor and Bubbles to get one of them.
Everyone move! Police going through. Bah!
If I didn't have a bad elbow, I would demonstrate, but
That was a super embarrassing saying that.
It
Though.
really was.
Like
yeah.
on the
That
football,
was
scrappy,
that was another
free
one,
agent, nobody wanted to touch him. Why on earth we did? It just
'Cause he was
showed the shit show again.
goal
Actually.
scorer in the championship.
Did he
Scored
come
a
from Blackburn? He was already at Blackburn, wasn't he?
Scored
Like,
a
he was
couple of
alright.
goals.
Ah,
in
Rhea
the
Blackburn,
Prem.
aye.
But I tell you what, I met him on Northumberland Street. And hats off to the guy, he was a total gentleman. Him and his wife and kid that pushed there and that went up. I was like, oh, Shefki can have my photo taken with him. He was like, yeah, of course, man. So I had my photo taken with Shefki Kuchi. And I shook his hand. His hands were the size of fucking breeze blocks. Literally went to shake his hand. Now, well, got reasonable size hands, small-ish hands, but you know, and it literally just engulfed us. I was like, fucking hell, he was a unit. His chest, he must have a 50-inch chest. He was fucking
that's what you signed him for, but he was way past his best when we signed him and
Dreadful.
really shit.
It says, yeah, Peter Beardsley described him as one of the top 3 nicest blokes he'd ever met in football. Says he was a proper popular member of the dressing room.
Lovely guy. From what I met of him, but just didn't date for the tune. But I think Championship was definitely standard.
Aye.
And that was it. It's what we needed at the time, unfortunately.
Well, the last one is probably, we touched on him earlier, didn't we? But in the last video, was it about the signing? Touched on him in the best 23.
Oh, yes.
Have we got any on there that I mentioned? No.
Luke
Oh,
de
he's
Jong.
there.
Luke de Jong's on there, but Carl Court as well came with all the
Court was
potential in the
fucking
world from
Carl
Wimbledon.
Paul Court's the one, like, because he was another promising young player. Just didn't date.
Never did now.
Whatever it was, with his attitude or whatever it was, but
He was just shite. No other way to put it about for me. He was just, he was shite. She's back though.
Alex Scott.
Alex Scott. 140 caps for England. Fuck. She doesn't look old enough to have 140 caps for England.
I'm not saying that I was going to say.
Fuck.
So Luke Young's another one. Luke Young's another one, because he came with, again,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
expectations,
Big reputation.
great goal scoring record.
He's fucking banging it again now in the Dutch league.
Again, it comes back to how the Premier League's just so
How
fucking
different. Like,
Yeah.
I think the Dutch league's the next fucking retarded league to the Scottish league, to be honest.
It's got to be,
It's same fucking standard.
it's
and
hard.
so
It's hard
close.
to get.
Seems like Cindy Young.
We're like Davy Klassen.
Aye.
David Klassen was Ajax captain, 25 million or something.
Aye.
Fucking absolute dog shit.
Cindy Young, Ajax captain.
I feel it's
Ajax are just fucking the Premier League.
Aye.
That's what they're doing.
Bring some
Give them
money.
a great good rogering up the arse.
But it's hard though, because you get the likes of Dirk Kuyt,
you get the
Suarez,
odd Suarez,
Van Nistelrooy, all of those.
You get the odd Jew,
But
fuck no.
yeah,
You also get Alfonso Alves.
but that ratio is terrible.
Alfonso Alves.
That ratio is terrible, because
Fuck.
that league must be fucking really easy. Like
That's got to be 10 years ago, Alfonso
Alves, when he's unveiled now, the fucking dirty tramps from TC
Aye.
came at the ground and got the little Brazilian flags and we've signed someone for double figures.
That's what the tune would be. That's what the tune would be like. They were like, oh, I've spent 12 million. Actually, he's put his hand in his pocket.
It's awful. It really is.
It's a dreadful time.
It is. It's a dreadful time. That was a dreadful list of players. I hope you enjoyed our
Did we discuss Luke?
dreadful crack.
No, look here, man.
Oh, we're still got on him with Luke.
I didn't time with him, did we?
Luke, we touched on him in the
Got
last
distracted
video.
by that.
Luke for, what was it, 9.5 million. He was meant to be better than Torres. He was meant to be the next big thing. He got injured in his second game, and that was him fucking done and dusted.
Samuel Eto'o said he's his favourite partner.
Yeah.
Like when they played together at Mallorca.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And like he played for
Crazy.
Barcelona, was some fucking absolute.
Eto'o played for every
world-class
best team in
players.
Europe.
Yeah.
Barcelona, Chelsea, Inter, like
Anti-Macha Kalawala.
Anti
Anti-Russian.
Going back to the Damien Duff stealing me Sharpie and Paul Huntington's ugly bird. Lugier scored the best goal I've ever seen in the training ground in my life.
Yeah?
Halfway line,
Huh?
off the bar and in.
What, like Beck style?
It was like 50 yards. Because I used to fucking love Lugier. When I signed him, I loved him.
Well, I remember that sign. I was thinking
And,
that's a fucking great.
Marsh used to always hammer us because I used to fucking love him and stick up for him. And then he scored from literally live, it was like just before halfway. Unreal, off the bar and in. He looked fucking mint on training, so I don't know what it was when he got on the pitch, whether it was confidence and whatnot. But
Might just be the league again. Like I said,
physicality
the
of the league,
physicality of
I
the Premier
think.
League.
The demand, not even the physicality, because he wasn't a, like La
Wasn't like a
Liga's,
skinny little lady,
La
was he?
Liga's not a physical league, but he wasn't the smallest guy. I think it's the demands of the league. I think
pressures and
in Spain, and people can disagree with us completely. I get into this with the whole Messi versus Ronaldo crack all the time.
time on the ball,
In
man.
La
is-
Liga, the defenders stand off you and you've got more time with the ball, whereas in the Premier League,
getting
you've got
crunched.
people like Ryan Shaw
Aye.
crossing who's just kind of take your fucking ankles out.
And Lugie is looking up, thinking, ooh, do I pass that away? Ooh, do I have a shot? Brian Shaw got in your face, feeling your balls. Do you know what I mean?
Boom!
Yeah, I'm not
Get
kidding.
out.
Boom, you've lost a ball.
Some big fucking Scottish fuck.
Grant
what I mean?
Hanley.
Grant Hanley.
Grant Hanley's got his fucking
Smashing
elbow
the piss
through
out of
your
him.
skull.
Grant Hanley's just fucking choke slammed you, don't know what's going on.
And he's fucking rolling on the floor going, wee wee wee.
Oh, no me gusta. No no me gusta English football.
Oh, mano, we pone the goals in more, we pone the goals in more, Nicky pone.
Yeah, that's what you said.
You've got the accent, dude.
I don't know, back in Mobia 2017.
Just look at that.
That's how you asked for an Estrella down in Mobia.
Grande.
Pint of Estrella, please. Look here. Very lucky that served as the Estrella.
Korea's gonna do. I wonder what he's doing now.
Not setting foot in fucking Newcastle. That's what he's doing. Straight back to Spain, mate.
If I'd have been ex-players falling in love with Newcastle, probably not one of them. Probably fucking hates England. Never ever coming back.
Watching me alone, 2 fucking bars doing the keys.
Yeah. He was to Tony at MSC, I think, didn't he?
Right, right there.
Yeah, maybe. No.
Making all them fucking Tina Martinis and all that.
Slab heat.
Well, if we've missed anyone out, which very
Any
possible that we
shockers?
have, because there's that many, we've probably again named a lot more than 23. But let me know in the comments if you agree, disagree, who we've left out. Manager. Wait there. We're not fucking. Bobby was the best manager. Worst manager.
I think we touched up on him before, didn't we? We've already spread stories about this fella.
See, for me, it's down. It's probably down
I don't
to
think
2.
no, I'm not talking about it. We've already talked about it. We haven't talked about him yet, like, for me.
There's probably. I think I know who you're talking about.
I mean, there's a fucking handful. Let's not lie. Like,
for me, the 2 worst is between Ruud Gullit and Kenny Dalglish.
Not even there.
Probably, I would go over the worst out of those 2. And Gullit had his thing against
I don't think
Shearer.
Dalglish was given enough time.
But I think Dalglish, for what he did in terms of, he took a team which finished 2nd, 3rd in the Premier League, sold our best players, brought in a 36-year-old Ian Rush, a 38-year-old John Barnes, and well and truly fucked with. I think Kenny Dalglish is the worst manager in my lifetime. But I've got an idea of who you might be talking about.
I mean, there's a handful in this particular era between Kinnears and when Keegan came back, Allardyces and people like that. Like, there's a fucking lot there.
John Carver.
Best manager in the league, man.
That's not who I thought you were going to go with,
No.
but
Yeah,
you did think he was the best Premier League manager.
13 games without winning something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He took it from being comfortable like 10th and 11th to needing to beat West Ham in the last game of the season thanks to
Jonas Gutierrez,
Right.
Spider-Man.
He was fucking so bad, man. He didn't have a clue what he was doing.
No.
He could blatantly tell.
He was just an assistant.
He's,
Wasn't he?
aye,
Like,
but he was.
I can advise, but
How's
I'm
he
not.
even got to an assistant
But
position though?
the thing with that is, though,
Just because he was Geordie and Bob Robson
he's
fucking felt sorry for him.
worked under some good
Exactly,
manager.
exactly. So you should be able to win more than 1 in 14
Yeah,
games.
actually, I will agree with that.
Because
it's a good show.
With Kenny
fucking-
Dalglish as his assistant.
because fucking honestly, Bobby must have felt sorry for him, but you can tell that it was just a lucky, like, mong who was just putting cones out for Bobby Robson and everyone else for years and years. Just, I'd put the cones out, name bar.
Put the coins out. Yeah, Bowie.
I'll name bar, Bobby. It's just absolutely mortal every day of the week, probably. Like,
Pull your
so
manners,
I've never ever known anyone to be out of the depth so much. Never ever.
Yeah, he really was.
I mean,
in front of say I'm the best manager.
You could go into
That's funny as fuck.
any high school in the fucking northeast and pick a better PE teacher to do a better job.
Yeah.
He was so bad, and he's got to be it for me there. Like, he's got to be it for the games he was in charge. I've never seen bad performance. I remember I can't remember with Leicester. It was just the worst performances I've ever seen in my life. There was just no clue. There was no desire to play from him. He was a clear fucking joke. Well, lucky to stay up in the last game of the season just because Allardyce was leaving West Ham and Gutierrez was having his fucking testimonial. Like, that's all it was. It was how we stayed up that.
I think it's quite strange when you think like Newcastle's been relegated from the Premier League twice, and you think like the absolute gash managers Newcastle's had over the years. The 2 managers that Newcastle's been relegated with are Alan Shearer and fucking Rafa Benitez.
I know.
It's fucking
What you want to take out that was
neither
10
of them,
games.
Neither of them got
Less than 10 games.
neither of them got relegated, but they were the fucking team that went.
We were already. What did Shearer have? Shearer had 8
8
games. Rafa had 10, was it?
And Shearer had hair.
They weren't his pal. You know, fucking lost his hair over 8 games.
But what I want to know is, how does Alan Shearer look better now than what he did 15 years ago? Because he looks like he's been on the roids. He's got no hair. He's thought, I'm not in denial anymore. I'm going to wick this off.
Looks like fucking Jason Statham.
And he looks just fucking massive.
The Meg.
Looks phenomenal.
Well, I think that covers it, doesn't it?
Yep.
Hope you enjoyed the video. Again, let me know in the comments. Agree or disagree. Add some, take some away, whatever you want. Do what you want. And enjoy yourself.